your defending AFC South champion, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive one. So here come the Colts, and they are led by Daniel Jones, now age 29. Started with the Giants, was having a remarkable comeback season until Greggy tore his Achilles in Week 14 of last year.
Yeah, one of the more interesting quarterback journeys in the league, right, Mike? I mean, you think back, first-round pick of the Giants, then he kind of falls out of favor in New York, spends a short stint in Minnesota. Then last year, the Colts look like geniuses. He takes the league by storm. He gets off to a fast start. Of course, suffers the Achilles injury, and their season unravels. So here he is. Is he healthy? Does he have the mobility that we've seen from Daniel Jones since he's come into the league? Because he is a big, strong, physical quarterback. And if the health element is there, they think he's joining a roster that's ready to compete.
Working from the gun, it's Jones. He'll get it into the hands of Ashton Doolin. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. Shotgun now for Jones. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and brings up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Throwing is Jones on third down. He'll take a shot down the field. And this will be incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Oh, they had a shot there and hit the 5, but it continues into the end zone. Come back out to the 20. Season 6 with the Jaguars for Trevor Lawrence, the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson from the 2021 draft.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and 7. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Here's a short one. He's got Strange. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Lawrence going to give it to Tootin. He'll try to push his way forward, but there's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
Man in motion here is Washington. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one caught left side, that's Strange. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Handoff, it's Tootin. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Tootin. And he is upended. Boy, awkward-looking tackle.
He was taken
down behind the line on that one.
It's a loss of 2.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Big time pitch and catch there on third down to extend this drive. Feels like they've got to come away with 6. You want to strike first, He'll go a long way in determining how the rest of this game plays out.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. That is caught out wide on the RPO.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
Colts nothing.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Ashton Doolin now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Colts heading out, their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter. Jim Bob, one of the great names, of course, in the NFL. He's been a really good coach, too. Now in Season 4 as the OC in Indianapolis. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, it's Jones. Quick throw, taken in. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Jelani Tavai, they're on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 50-yard line.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Jones. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Jones pass.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. Instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
3rd and 7. To throw, it's Jones. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a
The
touchback,
Jaguars
and
take
will come
over
out to
first
the
and
20-yard
10
line.
at their own 20-yard line.
Close to you, and my caller unapproachable. Super clean, but it's super mean. She wanna ride with them cats. Count stacks, get fly, take trips, and that's that. Real rap.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
Second and 4.
One quarter in the books. It's the Jaguars on top. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Facial Newton, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Jacoby Myers was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average. And frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They put Strange in motion. Back to throw. Lawrence. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Now a play fake. Jones. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
In motion is Warren. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable third down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use fourth down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
As the Jaguars heading back out on offense. And look at the man who's done this for a long time. Colts defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo. Lou in year 2 as Indy's defensive coordinator after a half dozen years, some very successful, in Cincinnati. On the ground, it's Tootin to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Third and a yard. They'll look to pick it up with Tootin. Pick up of 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. On first down, they'll go back to Tootin. And a nice job there, sidestepping defenders on his way. It's a gain of 9.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Lawrence now on second down. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
In motion is Myers. A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And third down coming up. To throw is Lawrence. They set up the screen here for Tootin. And he's out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker. So, decision to make here as it's fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the fourth down conversion.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes, and you find yourself here on fourth and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
A throw on the move is caught. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
8 yards on
Just take what the defense is giving you. And you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
To Parker, Washington. A gain of a yard. Brings up
2 minutes
third
remain.
and 1.
First half in a 7-0 game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. They have converted twice on third down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Clearly trying to catch the defense by surprise, Mike. If the draw works, it's a touchdown. But being down here in the red zone, this is a tough spot on the field to get away with running that draw play.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll run it and give it to the big guy. And he will get into the end zone. Nate Forfeiture. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars move out on top, 14-0.
14. Colts, nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready to take over once again. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. They'll send a man in motion left. Jones now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Second down and 8. Working from the gun, it's Jones. To the right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. 18 yards on the connection. That's good for a Colts first down. Shotgun now for Jones. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Again, they'll throw with Jones. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On comes the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight.
The Jaguars take over first.
The Jaguars offense and their running back, Facial Tootin, heading back for their next possession. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their second. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. So they have it 2nd and 1. Now here's Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And will mark him down just shy of the 40. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. He's got Myers on the completion. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll go right back to Myers. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 19
They'll get
yards.
19 out of that play. That's good for a Jaguar first down.
First and 10.
So, halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. This drive begins with a run by Tootin, and he'll manage to get to the 33. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Lawrence. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. First and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. To the left side, it is caught by Myers. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
At the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 7. Man in motion here is Washington. They go play action for Lawrence. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Brenton Strange was his intended target. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down. Really nice play.
That is caught by Washington. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
10 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Good start to this drive so far. Another first and 10. Now Lawrence. That'll be complete to Tootin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So Now, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. This one caught left side. That's three. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Well, give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Man in motion here is Washington. On first down, Lawrence. They convert downfield, but it is caught. And they continue to be tough to stop. Chance to extend the lead even further as they are set up with first and goal.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Backed up to the 3. It's second and goal. Allen. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
In motion comes Thomas. Throwing here on third and goal. To the goal line and in. LaQuint Allen. Touchdown Jaguars. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He knocks it through, and the Jaguars will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
21, Colts nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Colts offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And that leg going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
Well, as they face this possible 3-and-out following that second down sack, now if you're the quarterback, you've got to be this drive alive.
On 3rd and long, it's Jones. He'll try to run for it. And he just about got there. Good yardage on the scramble, but he's going to wind up a yard short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
Hunt team out there for a 5th time, and this one's away. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So it's a 3-deep zone here, so they call that cover 3 defense. So what they're going to have is they're going to have a center fielder. He's going to be in the middle of the field, and it's his job that on the quarterback's throw, he has to be able to break and play that entire middle third of the defense. So you got to have the right guy back there, not only with the instincts, but then the speed and the ball skills to go make a play on the ball.
Looks like we have an injured Colt on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Third and long. They put Strange in motion. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
On is the punter, Cook, and he sends it away. Here's Downs to return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. In motion is Warren. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jones. Now he'll run it. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Jones. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
26 yards.
A big one
First
there
down,
on third
Colts.
down, good for 26 yards. Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Gain of 16 for the man who wears 16. And a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm.
Jonathan Taylor to a familiar place in the end zone for a Colts touchdown.
Indianapolis.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Spencer Schrader now on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Colts get back in it. It is 21-7.
21, Colts 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
Lawrence going to keep this himself. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you could do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. Over the middle, it is Strange. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback, and even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
1st down, 10 yards to go. A run here with Rodriguez. And no room to be found. He'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back. and they hold him to no gain.
2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and 5. They put Strange in motion. Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 20.
Big play there to begin quarter number 4.
First down.
So often we see a team that's milking a 2-score lead get very conservative, especially in the 4th quarter, but not this coach. He says, all right, I might have a 2-score lead. I want to make it 3. He's trying to put as much pressure on his opponent possible here down the stretch late.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Trying to get it to Brian Thomas Jr. It'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Man in motion here is Washington. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this one incomplete. On 3rd down, they cannot connect.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. And that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars have run out to a 24-7 lead.
That's just a really good drive here in the 2nd half, and you understand what the situation calls for. You have the lead, 2nd half, continue to control the clock, continue to convert and get fresh sets of downs, come away with points, and just try to continue to extend this lead.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. On the return, it's Doolin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Jones. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
He's really struggled with his accuracy all game long, and when you look, Mike, I think he's had some opportunities downfield to connect with his guys, and it's one of the biggest reasons they find themselves trailing here late in this game.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Jones. A short pass taken in by Warren. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now, Jones. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And the Colts
They get the
down.
conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27. New set of downs. It's 1st and 10. That's Pierce in motion. Receiver in motion. Going right. Jones to the air again. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at midfield.
Loss on the play.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
To throw, it's Jones. Short one, and it's caught by Warren.
Jones pass.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
In motion is Warren. From the gun on third down, Jones. Moving outside the pocket, taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's close to the first down, but still a good couple of yards short. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They picked it up easily, didn't they? A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
Jones now on 1st down. To the right side, that is hauled in by Warren. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Indianapolis.
These could be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
And he's going to have to eat this one. And down he goes.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Here's Jones to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Yeah, and I think that's a really smart decision. You certainly don't want to take a sack in any goal-to-go situation, or even worse, throw a pick. So understanding he still has 2 more shots at the end zone, I really like that decision.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Jones. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. They did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on
You find
down.
yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Jags offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights in this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
Here's Rodriguez, and he'll get about 5.
Chris Rodriguez, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now on 2nd down. The rush gets there. He is down back inside the 5. Michael Clemens getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. They put Strange in motion. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's close to the 1st down, but still a good couple of yards short. So that's going to bring up 4th down.
14-yard line. A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Jaguars ready to punt this one away as he's standing right around his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Colts offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. Whoa! And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
Indianapolis.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
In motion is Warren. Jones now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
And this defense, they've been searching for a splash play, and they got a big one here. Great job separating the man from the ball on the sack, and now it's up to their offense. Can they take advantage of this sudden change situation?
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Rodriguez. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second down, they need 2 yards. To throw is Lawrence. That's caught. It's Chris Rodriguez. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Arden Key brought him down. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
So it's a win here for the Jaguars. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game and are going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say so long from Jacksonville.